On this episode of the Third and Thirsty podcast, the Broncos take on the Eagles in a big matchup. The Raiders play the Colts, and then the Chargers have the Commanders. We're going to break it all down, make our picks, give you a parlay to make some money. Let's have a beer. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm just going to say what Sandra Bullock said on The Blind Side. Run the dang ball. God, but run the ball.
I think Edgar's officially off the Geno bandwagon.
I was about to say, Geno juice has ran out.
Now that both tackles are out, would you take the actor from The Blind Side to go in and play left tackle at this point?
Him, me, you.
Welcome into the Third and Thirsty podcast, your one-pot stop for Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City, referee, and Taylor Swift free AFC West banter. I'm Alex Bell, and I'm a fan of the Denver Broncos. We are so back. I got to my left, I got Omar Rubio. He's a fan of the Chargers. They just fell off a cliff. And to the Raiders, Edgar Larios, they've been off a cliff. We're going to break down week 5. Week 5.
Wow.
Again, cruising through the season.
Ready.
Yep, cruising through the season. We've got a couple of big games here, a couple of tough games, man. I don't think there's a game on this this week where we look at and say, yeah, this is an easy dub.
A guaranteed win for me.
We looked at the Giants last week with the Chargers and thought maybe that was going to be an easy win. It was not. They lost.
Still in first place. Still in first place.
I want to throw that in there one more time before we moved on. But yeah, we got the Broncos playing the Eagles. That's a tough game. We got the Colts going against the Raiders, and then we got the Commanders with Jaden coming back playing the Chargers. So we usually always go through the schedule first. So Broncos and the Raiders both play at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Let's get into the Raiders game first against the Colts.
Yeah. So, dude, these Colts. I mean, every year there's always that one team that just has that big turnaround, and the Colts are basically it. 3-1 or 3-1.
3-1. They should be 4-0, man.
Yeah.
They dropped the game against the Rams.
That was a really good game too.
That was a really good game.
But yeah, I mean, Colts are. Danny Dimes is back.
Indiana Jones, Danny Dimes.
He is. I don't know what Giants didn't see, but dude, these Colts are. I don't know if they're serious just yet, but they are definitely a team that you don't take lightly. That's why I mean, it's not going to be easy. Nowhere near for the Raiders, especially after they missed Colton Miller. That defense is definitely going to get after Geno. So it's going to be, if Geno thought he had it hard the first 3 weeks, it's only the beginning. This rain game, we finally got it going last week. But again, this Colts defense is, they're making plays. So it's going to be very hard. I'm not confident on this one at all. I was in the beginning before the season even started, but now seeing how good this defense is playing, how good this offense is rolling, and I think finally I think this game they just barely punted the ball. So it's going to be a very hard game for the Raiders, especially it's going to be an away game.
Yeah, the Colts are for real, man. Telling you that, watching them play the Broncos, that offense is really humming. Never would have thought that we'd be saying that Daniel Jones is going to have the advantage over Geno Smith in 2025, but here we are. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, out there running that offense. Dude, Tyler Warren, he is so freaking good.
He is as advertised.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is coming on his own. It's another, tight end. Let's see if he ends up breaking Bowers' records, but he is definitely coming on. He's definitely coming on his own. Really good player, and he's definitely gonna have a good career.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Watching him out there, he's just humongous. Shout out to the Bears for making the decision to go with Loveland over Warren. I'll never understand that. Loveland might even go on to have a good career, but Warren, man, watching him out there,
he's a beast,
dude, man. During, like I've talked about on this pod before, I was praying that he would follow the Broncos because having him out there as a target and everything that he could do coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, they use him as a
such a
fullback.
mismatch.
This last week.
He's such a mismatch. And when you got a coach like Steichen that could really move people around and play with defenses, It's going to be a tough day for the Raiders.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
definitely
tough day.
is. Big shout out though. You said that the punter hadn't come into the game until this past week.
Yeah, this past week against the Rams.
Damn, what a cake ass job.
Not
You
bad.
get paid, I mean, maybe not millions as a punter, but hundreds of thousands to hunt once in 4 games.
Making a lot more money than most CEOs, man.
Yeah.
He's not doing too bad.
God, man. Shout out to you, whoever you are. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know his name,
He
but
just has to go out there and warm up, go to practice, kick a couple balls around the field.
at this point,
Basically,
freaking-
just stay out of the way.
at this
Yeah.
point, thank Danny Dimes and Jonathan Taylor for putting games away and not having you come into the game.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, this week you might not even need to show up or even dress against the Raiders because I don't think they're gonna have to punt.
There's
against
definitely.
the Raiders.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna be a big test for the defense, and I know for a fact, for a fact we're not gonna win this, but I'd like to see how our run defense does against him. So far we've done pretty good. Like I said, it's only been the Commanders that have gone over 100 yards, but let's see how we do against Jonathan Taylor. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes over 100 yards. He's a great player, and they have a great O line. But like I said, I really want to see this team upgrade. I want to see this team do good, even though we're not gonna be winning a lot of games. But it's gonna be a good test for them, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, man. What do you think it's going to take for the Raiders to be able to win this game? Obviously, I don't know what the spread is, but they're going to be big underdogs.
Heavy underdogs, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're definitely big underdogs. But the only way for us to win the ball is for this new O line to be able to protect Geno and open the running game for Genty. But not just that, also the defense is gonna have to slow down Taylor. Hopefully make him one dimensional. I mean, Danny Dimes is having a great game, but once we have a team that constantly has to be throwing, that's when we can have Max Crosby, Kuntz, Tyreek just try to go for that sack. So I'm like, if we can, make it hard for Daniel Jones in the pocket, and we can take away Jonathan Jones and
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, then we can definitely if Geno has a good game, doesn't try to throw it into triple coverage and stuff like that.
Throw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, then I mean, trust me, there's a lot for the Raiders for it to go good, but like I said, as long as if I see progress, I'm good with it. They are going against a really good team, so it's just a matter of fact of how we respond to a good team, basically.
Yeah, the Colts probably going to be the best team we faced so far outside of the Chargers. But it's going to be.
I still think Commanders, but I mean, even though they didn't have Daniels, Jaden Daniels.
Honestly, I take the Colts over the Commanders.
Yeah, with no Jaden Daniels, no.
I still think that defense was actually really good.
Yeah, but
that front seven and everything, and then their running the running backs that they have, that running committee, they're.
I'll tell you what, the Raiders definitely the toughest offense that they face this year is going to be there with the Colts. They're so freaking good, man. I was shocked watching the Broncos play the Colts, thinking the Broncos would, win that game pretty handily. They should have won the game. Need to get into that game again, but man, that offense, they go, dude. Jonathan Taylor is a beast. Daniel Jones is probably going to win Comeback Player of the Year the way he's playing right now.
Yeah, I can see it.
So,
I mean, at this point, even their head coach could win,
Coach of the Year for
Coach
sure.
of the Year.
Yeah, Steichen's a beast, man. Yeah, I mean, he had his time with the Eagles and Hurts, and he was with, so
he was also with Chargers for a year when the Herbert got drafted first year, and that was a magical year. So
he knows his quarterbacks, man. He shouldn't be shocked that Danny Jones is doing his thing over there. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, man. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, not really.
Yeah, okay.
Giants look like big dummies. That's the only thing. The Giants.
Oh, yeah, they do take they're probably used to that.
Oh,
yeah, they're probably used to that. So before we get into the Broncos game, which is a big game for the Broncos, against the Eagles. Shout out to anybody watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, push us out there a little bit more. Really appreciate all that. And then follow us on Instagram, Third and Thirsty Podcast. And then we're on Spotify and Apple as well. If you don't want to watch, you can just listen to us on your commute or whatever. Leave a comment. Like for to get the comment section going a little bit more. Mentioned in the last episode, got a lot of Charger fans in there. Bronco Country, come on, help me out. Raider Nation, leave some comments in there if you guys are still watching the games this year. If you haven't, I don't blame you.
Bolt fam, keep it up in the comments section.
But yeah, man, really appreciate anyone that's watching. Leave a comment. Love to respond and get back to you. So Broncos Eagles, big game, man, real big game for the Broncos. Not only because they're 2-2, you're going to be either looking at 2-3 or 3-2. That's a big turning point for the season. But the knock on the Broncos the last season and then this year as well, is they aren't beating good teams. You know, they take care of business against bad teams or backup quarterbacks. Looking at all through last year, they didn't really have any big wins over really solid teams except for the Bucks. That was week 3. And then, of course, beating the shit out of the Chiefs when they were sitting their starters. But, you know, and then this year, you know, their wins have come across the Titans, which, you know, they're struggling, rookie quarterback, and then Browning and the Bengals. So this is going to be a big game for them to kind of really turn that around. If you could beat the Eagles in Philadelphia coming off of Monday night, that really starts to turn the tide on that narrative. So it'll be fun to see if they could do it. It's going to be a tough game. The Eagles obviously won the Super Bowl last year, so they're no slouches. They're 4-0. Going into the season, you looked at this and said this is going to be the toughest game of the year, and you still feel that way now that they're 4-0. So, you know, coming off a short week obviously makes a big difference as well. Eagles are going to get a whole extra day, which, you know, when you really start to think about it, you know, coaches breaking down game tape and getting ready for a game, those guys are working like 20 hours a day. Not like us bums that are only working 8. They're working 2.5 days compared to our work days.
Hey, we're out here working right now. Shoot.
True. Anybody that wants to sponsor us and actually pay us for doing this, hit us up.
Please.
We're eager.
My wife won't let me do this for much longer.
Yeah, they're starting to think we're just doing this to drink beer and talk football.
Wait,
which we are.
I mean, I was about to say, like, wait, I thought that was the point.
But back to the Bronco game, man. It's going to be a tough one. Look, the Eagles, they look beatable. They haven't crushed the shit out of these teams that they're playing. You know, looking back at their schedule, obviously opening the week, opening up the season against the Cowboys, squeaked one out there, squeaked one out against the Chiefs. Who knows if the Chiefs are going to be good this year? We still haven't figured that out. And then the Rams, they let them come back. And then the Bucks, they almost let them come back as well. So they're not really finishing games strong. The run game for the Eagles surprisingly hasn't been great. Neither has the passing. I mean,
their offense
has not been
good. They've been riding their defense the whole season.
Vic Fangio. Last time the Broncos faced Vic Fangio, we don't talk about it much, but it has to be brought up. It was 70-20. So, you know, obviously don't want to see that happen on Sunday. I really don't expect the Eagles to be able to put up 70 points against a much better Broncos defense. But if the Broncos are going to win this game, I mean, it comes back. I say it every week, man. The Broncos need to run the ball, and they need to control the clock and control the game. So if they could stop this pattern that they have where they're giving up opening drive scores, and they could actually jump on top of a team and, you know, maybe get up 10-0, 7-0, and then control the game. That's really going to be the only way they could win this game. Run the ball, keep them off the field, win the time of possession, get a couple turnovers, and control the pace of the game. That is going to be the key for the Broncos winning this week. And really getting that ball rolling, because then after that, the schedule really softens up. You got the Jets, you got the Giants, I think you got the Cowboys after, which you could score 1 million points on. the Texans, which their offense is terrible. So get to 3-2 with a couple of W's on the schedule coming up. You really get the ball rolling. It's gonna be a big game. I'm really looking forward to watching it. What do you guys think?
Your keys to success is just I don't think running the ball is going to be easy at all against that defensive front for why did I just forget their team? The Eagles, yes.
They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they only won the Super Bowl. Shit. But yeah, the Eagles. But yeah, their defensive front is probably the best in the league. They got multiple guys. They don't just have their starters, but their backups would start on any other team. Their backups are.
Raiders know that.
Yeah. Their pass rush is good, and yeah, running the ball against them is gonna be really
tough,
really
man.
hard.
But the Broncos have been running the ball well this year. Dobbins has looked really good. Finally broke that 100-yard mark for the Broncos. But he's averaging. Gosh, at this point, I'd have to look it up. But he's running the ball well. So is Harvey. I'm afraid that the Broncos are going to abandon the run because they won't be able to get it going early. But they need to stick with it and see if they can really control the game. Bo Nix needs to go in and play like he has the last couple of weeks and taking care of the ball, minus the interception in the end zone this week. But he can't be turning the ball over and getting too crazy. Needs to continue to set his feet and play confident. But I don't want to see Bo Nix throw the ball like 50 times this week. I want him to be able to just stay at like 25, be a game manager, run the ball, be on time.
I could see that. I could see that happening if they weren't playing the Eagles.
Well, obviously the Eagles are.
Yeah, they're really good. Their defense is. Yeah,
but it's not. They're not unbeatable.
No, yeah, but I feel like their weakness is maybe in their secondary.
They have pretty damn good corners too, and their linebackers are really good.
It is, but I feel like their secondary is where they can be beaten. Because their defensive front is just so good. They come in waves. Like they don't. It just seems like they never get tired.
Like honestly, I think Quentin Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, the two corners.
Shout out white corners.
Yeah, but dude, like I still think they're still good. I mean, maybe they haven't really like stood out like crazy in the beginning of the season, but I still think they're they're a duo that you don't take lightly.
No.
And you clearly you don't take lightly that front seven either. For me, the way I see it is that Bo Nix is gonna have to play a very clean game, but they're also gonna have to like control the clock. They're gonna have to try to keep the Eagles' offense on the sidelines, and they're gonna just try to like hopefully hold the lead and just control the clock.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you guys try to go score to score, like I'm pretty sure like the Broncos could have some drives that are gonna go far and out, but it's not gonna come that easy. So I feel like as long as the Broncos can get that lead, keep it, and just control the clock, there's that chance of winning.
Yeah.
But Eagles can very easily make you guys one dimensional. Where to the point where Bo Nix is gonna have to throw more than 40 passes, and he's gonna have to if he does have to go over 40 passes, I can see him throwing another pick.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bo takes his chances, man. But you definitely don't want to be in a position where they know you're throwing the ball. If they get down early, I mean, again, they've let teams back into the game, so it won't be over. But definitely don't want the offense to get one-dimensional. So love to see them be able to run the ball early and stick with it if it doesn't work.
Are you guys away or is this a home game?
It's in Philly, man.
It's tough.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a big defensive game. I feel like if one of the defense gets like a score on defense, I feel like that's going to like decide the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got two top-tier offenses or
defenses, yes.
Yeah, going at a 10 o'clock game. Broncos are traveling. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. But we'll get into predictions later, and we'll see if we can speak one into existence like I did last week. Anything else? I think I've pretty much covered my angle of it.
No, yeah.
Eagles haven't lost or have only lost one game in the calendar year. And that was against the Commanders in December or something last season. So
Oh, that's right. I do
they're
remember that.
balling, man. They're freaking balling. That's a good football team over there. So uh, love to see the Broncos compete and play well, but we'll see. Chargers, they're playing the 1 o'clock Pacific time game, and they got the Commanders. Speaking of the Commanders, Jane Daniels looks like he'll be back.
Yeah, I think they came out and said that he will be playing in this game.
Okay.
Good for him. You know, you never want to wish anybody get hurt or stay hurt, but it's going to make the life on the Chargers a lot tougher this week. Who knows about Terry McLaurin? He was out last week. Who knows if he's going to be coming back this week? Yeah, he was out last week. I know because he was on my fantasy team, so that sucked. And even then, he hasn't had a good season so far. Their offense hasn't been great. They've already lost key pieces. They already lost Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin's out. So those two guys are their two top offensive weapons as far as I see it, from the passing game standpoint. Yeah, they have a good run game. Chargers haven't been good, haven't been bad in this run game. They've been so. They don't let up like big chunks, but they also can't fully stop the run like 100% all the time. There's like some plays where it's like a 3rd and 3 and you're like, all right, if we get this stop, then we're good. And then they can't get the stop for some reason. And it's been happening a little more often than I would, want it to, but hopefully they can step it up this week and keep the run game down. Cause I feel like if they keep the run game down, with Jane Daniels coming off an injury, maybe still not 100%, I think that can be a recipe for success on the defensive side. As far as the offense goes, I'm just going to say what Sandra Bullock said on The Blind Side. Run the dang ball.
That movie sucks so bad.
God, but run the ball. You have your first round draft pick. You gave him 12 carries last week, got you well over 100 yards. Run the ball, Greg Roman. This is what you like preach is running the ball. You've always had top 10 rushing offenses, usually even higher than that, usually top 5. Just run the ball and do what you know what to do. Like, just have your offensive line go forward instead of backwards. Maybe help Justin Herbert a little bit too. Take some load off of his shoulders. Yeah, that's the easiest and best way for me to explain it, is just run the ball.
Sandra Bullock. Speaking of The Blind Side, now that both tackles are out, would you take the actor from The Blind Side to go in and play left tackle at this point?
Just him, me, you. I think they might be taking applications, just like maybe on like LinkedIn. You can just apply or something. I don't know.
Shout out to Indeed, our first sponsor of the 33rd.
No, they're not.
Be the Chargers left tackle this week if you're over 300 pounds and 6'4".
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. We're on our 3rd and 4th string tackles. And then the guy that's playing left tackle, Austin Deculus, he got traded to the Chargers for like a conditional pick, 7th round pick for like 2027.
Yeah.
And a bag of chips, maybe.
Yeah, he might have just applied on Indeed. Again, shout out to our Yeah, it's gonna be these games without Alton Slater. What's going on with Becton?
He had a concussion last week. He's
So he'll be back.
still in concussion protocol. Hopefully makes it through this week, and that'll be a big help. Maybe the right side will be a little more stable. I'm actually hoping that they put Jamari Sawyer over at left tackle. He played left tackle when Rashawn Slater went out for the season, I believe was in 2022, 23. Can't exactly remember the year, but he went out early in the season. They brought in Jamari Sawyer, 6th round rookie that year, played his heart out, wasn't like a top 10 offensive tackle, but he wasn't like a back end offensive tackle. He played decent tackle play. He had, I want to say, like middle of the pack like ratings, and that's what you need, is competent play. Somebody that you can at least say, we can leave him alone maybe a play or two. Give him some help, but if we need to scheme things up to where he can hold his own for one play, he can do that. I want to see him get some chances, maybe this week during practice, get him in there, and shit, if Austin Deculus isn't doing anything, throw him in there. Can't be any worse than what it was last week. He hasn't played well at guard, but his natural position in college was tackle. So maybe they can turn back the clock to a couple of years ago, and he can be a competent left tackle this year, and at least until Alt comes back, and then from there on, maybe he gains confidence and does better on at guard. But yeah, run the ball.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. Yeah, we got to keep Herbert up and in the game.
Yeah,
Yes.
because if he keeps on getting hit like he has been in the past couple weeks, it's a matter of time before he gets hurt.
Yeah,
Dude,
it is.
the
And
thing
as much
is-
as go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Well, the thing is that like, and this is the reason why I was like I was saying earlier that after the Raiders played the Commanders, I was like, man, like after like playing them, I can see like Chargers, and this was before all got hurt. I'm like, I can see the Chargers beating them. Like I can like all like with all like Herbert still has time, and even if he doesn't, like he's like right now he's being very mobile in the pocket. So like, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be good. But with the Giants, after seeing with the Giants, I'm just like, dude, I don't know that they definitely have like a lot of players in that defensive line that can get after the quarterback. I mean, if Herbert definitely gets time, I can see Herbert lighting him up. I mean, that's when Trey Tucker got over like 140 yards. But I was also gonna bring up, I'm like, you can't sleep on that offense because sure, like they don't have Terry McLaurin isn't playing the best game, but they also still have Debo Samuels. And even though Debo's not the prime Debo, like he still can run the ball. He can still like change the game into like the Commanders' favor, basically. And I think the Commanders' running backs, like they have different running backs that can just change the game again. So like they're gonna use all three running backs. So they're gonna whatever running back can work against that defense, they're just gonna keep using him. So like the Commanders, your guys' defense is definitely gonna get. I feel like it's gonna get tested. Not saying that you guys can't win the game; it's definitely winnable. But yeah, I feel like the Commanders are gonna be a little bit more
I get
harder
you.
than you pretty much see it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do. Like I said, they have a good running game, but I have confidence in the Chargers defense. They haven't let me down. They haven't been giving up big plays. I think the most points they've given up was 21. So throughout the whole season, they're keeping everything under basically in the teens. And these are against quality opponents. It's not like they've gone up against just like shitty offenses, except for last week, and they held them down. They really kept them at a minimum. I think they had the Giants had somewhere in the low 200s in total yards.
True, but I mean you are talking about the Giants, so like that's an offense that like I was saying earlier, like they a lot of times they fuck up themselves, you know. But like now with Commanders, I'm not saying. I mean, they were a playoff team last year, so they're a whole lot better than I would say than the Giants are.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
so were the Broncos, so were the Chiefs, and the Chargers took care of them. So
Yeah, but yes, I feel like you had your offensive line during that time. Now it's not so much of that.
yeah, we'll be
And
missing
then,
one
like,
player.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
it's a big player.
Yeah, and then I'm saying like your guys' defense, like that's what I'm saying. It's not a. I'm not saying you guys are gonna lose because it's a very winnable game because your defense can still, keep you guys in the game. Like, but like I said, I feel like that offense, it's not gonna be as easy as you pretty much would think it would.
Oh no, I don't think it's going to be an easy
No,
game,
it's gonna be a tough one.
yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But I think the defense will hold their own and give the offense a chance. They've given the offense a chance every single week. The offense sometimes they take advantage of that, and sometimes they don't. Last week they didn't because they couldn't because the offensive line didn't give them a chance.
Yeah.
So
And
you
that's
are
why-
100%
and that's what I'm
right about
saying.
the offensive line.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like the Commanders are gonna take advantage of that, and they're probably
Yeah.
gonna be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Hopefully Becton comes back this week. That's a big boost. That shores up basically the right side, and then they can shift protection. Maybe we'll get our blocking tight end back this week, Will Disley, who's been out the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
He's basically a fifth offensive lineman. So if they can just move him over to the
Yeah, if you
left
guys
side, then that's a big help.
Yeah, if you guys can make it work, then for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's gonna for sure.
It's
a
gonna be
copycat
tough.
league, so I mean, Chargers are for sure gonna be seeing some of the same thing that the Giants were doing.
Yeah, that was honestly really good coaching by the Giants last week. But now this week, hopefully the Chargers can learn off of that and then can run the dang ball. Gosh.
Don't want Sandra Bullock to get out there and start yelling at coaches on the practice field.
I already see the next podcast. Her picture right there. Run a dang ball.
Oh, that movie sucks.
You
Okay.
I'll tell you guys later.
You
I don't want to say that on the pod.
don't want to get canceled or what?
No, it's something that's funny, but I don't want to say it because it's like family related.
Oh, okay. True. Okay, well, that's the 3 games that we're going to break down. So let's get into some money making here. We're going to get into our parlay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last week was the first one that didn't hit. Shout out to Edgar for
Yeah,
screwing
my
that
fault.
one up. Had Trey Tucker over and he did
45, but he only had 22 yards.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. Bo Nix went way over. What was yours?
Oh, mine was Quentin Johnston
Yeah.
over, I think, 49.5 yards.
Yeah, that pretty easily.
Yeah. They had the big catch there in the first quarter, so that pretty much hauled it in.
Yeah, so that was the first week where we didn't make money. So tail this parlay we're about to give out and make yourself some money because we're going to do it this week.
And if you don't tell all 3 of us, at least tell me and Alex, because we haven't lost.
Yeah, we haven't screwed up yet.
Not yet.
No, just kidding, Edgar.
Not yet.
Okay, so let's hit it. Who wants to get started?
I mean, I said mine earlier, so we're like I said, we're going against a really hard defense. So my parlay is going to be Geno Smith under 249.5 yards. I just don't. I mean, you could also go interception if you want to.
Go over on the interception.
Oh yeah, over interception.
Just go over 2.5.
If you want to make more money, just go over 2 interceptions. But if you want to do it safer, just in case Geno wants to like be a hero all of a sudden, go under 249.5 yards. This defense is going to be very greedy, very sticky. They're not going to give us anything. We're going to have to Geno's going to have to pull something out of his butt for him to try to win this, and I don't see it. So yeah, under 250.
Yeah, well, I guess my only worry would be that they're down and they need to start throwing the ball at the end of the game. But I could also see when they're doing that, Geno just throws like 6 more interceptions. Doesn't get any more yards. So I think that's good, man. Fade the hell out of Geno.
I just feel like he's not going to connect on a lot of the early passes. So by the end of the fourth quarter, by the time he's like getting all that trash yards, he's
sitting at like 100%.
barely going to be hitting like 200 at most.
Love it. I think Edgar's officially off the Geno bandwagon.
I was about to say,
He's
Geno
off the
juice
Kool-Aid.
has ran
Yeah,
out.
it's done. All right, Omar.
Man, I'm gonna keep riding Quentin Johnston. I'm gonna go.
Pause.
No, never mind. I'm gonna go with actually Amari Hampton, just because, like I said, run the dang ball. I'm gonna go with over. They got him at 70.5 rushing yards, and I'm gonna take the over on that.
I like that. Hampton over 70.5.
70.5, yes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough game for both teams. So the running game is going to be really important. Hampton looked really good last week.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I like that one. Bronco prop bets aren't out yet because they just got done playing about 24 hours ago when we're recording this. We're recording this Tuesday night. So if you want that third leg of the parlay, which again, I'm the only one who hasn't missed at all. The one that we did miss last week was technical
Injury.
And that was on Omar. Omar, you should have seen that injury coming. I'm the only one from the Third and Thirsty podcast that hasn't had an actual miss. So if you want that third leg of the parlay that is guaranteed hit, follow us on Third and Thirsty Podcast on Instagram. I'll put that out whenever we put out this episode, probably Friday. So follow us there. I'll put it in the story. You'll guarantee money. So
This is so
I mean,
jinx all that.
yeah. Well, I mean, what he's really trying to say is you're really going to need to follow us on Instagram to find out what our parlay is.
follow us.
Follow it.
Look at the story. Like, comment, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. So make some money with us, man, because we've been doing it all season, except for last week because of Edgar. So
It's technically because of Geno, but
oh yeah,
good enough.
Geno freaking sucks, dude. Okay, let's get into picks.
Let's get after it.
Week 5 picks. So we're gonna go through all 3 games. We got the Raiders playing the Colts. Broncos got the Eagles. Chargers got the Commanders. I need an updated standings. I'm gonna have to go through all the episodes and see where we're at. I think we're all pretty damn close. I was the only one that had the Giants beating the Chargers last week, but I also picked against my Broncos just to see if it would help out, and it did. So I don't know if I'm going to do that this week or not. But let's go through the schedule like we did earlier. Let's start with the Raiders game. Raiders-Colts. Edgar, kick us off. What's your prediction?
So my prediction is going to be obviously Raiders lost. I'm going to go 35-14.
Damn.
I honestly think, like I said, with us losing Corn Miller, if Geno wasn't having like struggles before, he's definitely going to have them after this week. Our running game, as much as I wish the running game can get going, I just don't really see it against this Colts defense. So it's going to be very tough. Every yard, every down is going to be a fight for these Raiders. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they prove me wrong, but I'll just be realistic here. It's not going to happen.
Damn. Well, we're officially at that point in the Raiders season where they're looking at the draft. That's really tough.
No,
Now
not
that
looking
we're
at
just
the
getting
draft.
into October.
We're not looking at the draft.
Now we're looking at not just being 1-3 with 3 losses in a row. We're looking at 1-4 with 4 losses in a row. You're gonna look back at this season and say, "Damn, our most impressive win was Week 1 against the Patriots." Yeah, I definitely have the Raiders losing this game again, and the Colts are freaking good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, they
trust me. Like if the Colts were exactly the way they were last year, I would honestly be like picking the Raiders.
And
But
they were terrible last year. They just didn't have a quarterback, and who knew that Daniel Jones would be the quarterback?
Well, they had
You
a
know,
quarterback,
They
but
just missed the playoffs.
no,
last
they
year.
had a quarterback. He just got really tired sometimes.
Yeah, dude. That poor guy. He's toughing it out. He's still.
so yeah. So I mean, they're a really good team. So I mean, I'm not gonna deny the fact that they're doing really good. So
No. I mean, they're on fire. They should have won this week. I think they're going to come in motivated, knowing that they should win this game, and they will. I want to have something similar to you have, man. Excuse me. It's going to be like 31-13 or something. It's not going to be a close game. I think by halftime, it's going to be pretty much over. The Colts roll the Raiders, and the Raiders are going to be 1-4. And all of my worries that the Raiders are going to be better this year are going to be relieved officially. So, Omar, what do you got?
I'm got the same sentiment. I'm going to go same line in the 30s. I'm going to go just with a weird number, 32. 32. I think they'll score 2 touchdowns, one early on, another one in garbage time, maybe a couple field goals just to make it competitive. It's going to be something like 20-32.
Damn. Omar has more. um,
It's most of it's going to come in garbage time.
yeah.
The Colts are just going to try not to get anybody hurt. Their backup players are going to be in. They're going to score a couple, either a touchdown and a field goal, and just to ruin somebody's bet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have more faith. I was looking for that word in the Raiders than anyone else does. We're coming up on 2 hours of podcasting for us tonight, so forgive us for being a tad tired. But yeah, we all have the Raiders losing this week.
Oh yeah,
Love it. Okay, let's move on to the Broncos game. Really tough game against the Eagles. I'll kick us off, man. I don't know which way to go. Last week I picked against the Broncos to see if that would kind of kickstart them. Obviously, they're really plugged into the Third and Thirsty podcast, and I'm the one that drives them. So I picked against the Broncos last week against the Bengals, and that ended up working out. I don't know if I want to go that way. I'm gonna keep the vibes high after the Broncos are starting to turn things around. I'm going to say they pulled off the upset. Obviously, the Eagles are a very good team. You play this game 9 times out of 10, maybe the Eagles win, or play the game 10 times, maybe the Eagles win 7 or 8.
Probably
I
went
think-
11 times.
Man, the gap isn't that wide. The Broncos have a really good roster. They're playing really well now. I think it's going to be a close game regardless, but I'm going to say the Broncos win this game and go to 3-2. Really kick off the season and start rolling. And Nick Wright will finally have to eat his words and be Nick wrong. Broncos win this game. It's going to be a low-scoring game, like you said, Omar. 2 really good defenses. It's going to be a weird game. The Broncos traveling across the country, kind of, to play an early game. 17-14. Broncos win this one. Bo Nix has a big drive at the end of the game to put them up. Lock it in.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar to the score that I had, but maybe a little backwards. I had a 24-17 game. I have the Broncos losing this one. Just their offense, I think, is going to struggle this
It's
week.
really good defense.
Yep, it's a really good defense, and like I said, it's going to take a defensive score to win this game. I feel. Yeah, you're right about the Eagles not having a good offense. Like they've been struggling all season, and honestly, it hurts for me to say it, but the Broncos have a really good defense. A really good defense. I just think that the Eagles' offense is just a tad bit better. They can just continuously, constantly move the ball. They don't always have to. Their running game is good enough to keep methodically moving down the field. They don't rely on the big plays, obviously, because Brown's already wanting out or sending cryptic
We
messages.
haven't even talked about that, but yeah.
But they don't need
That's
him.
never a good thing.
But they don't need him. They've already proven they don't really need him. They just need somebody with similar skill set. He's not up there like he was when he first got traded to them. Maybe because they're not feeding him as much as he would like. But I feel like they could bring somebody else that
Dude, if he sees this podcast,
is lesser.
He's gonna be so pissed.
I hope he sees this podcast. I hope he does.
Tweet Omar Rubio from the.
I hope he does, and I hope he doesn't goes off. But because then that would help the Chargers. But I just think that
personally,
I just think that their offense as a whole works so well, so like methodically, slow, eating up time, getting first downs after first downs, and at the end of the push. At the end of the day, they end up scoring and taking off so much time off the clock. Or Saquon hits a big one, and it's even worse. It hits you hard, quick, and then your defense doesn't know what to do after that. So I think that it's going to be a tough game. No matter what, it's going to be really close. There's going to be a lot of defense throughout the whole game, but 24-17 Eagles.
Fair. It's going to be a tough game. Excuse me, Edgar.
I'm also gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go 28.
I'm making up all the ground on you bitches.
It's gonna be 28-18. I feel like there's gonna be a defensive score. I feel like the Eagles are gonna make the Broncos one-dimensional. They're gonna take away the running. Doesn't mean that the Broncos are gonna give up on the running, but it's not gonna be, it's not gonna like help you guys basically balance. I still think that Bo Nix is gonna throw over 40 passes. But yeah, I just feel like this defense, the defense is gonna give you guys the biggest problem. I feel like the Eagles offense for sure. I feel like you guys definitely have a shot to like stop them and everything, but it's going to come down to Dallas Goddard and Saquon. I feel like you guys have the corners for them. Like, obviously, put PS2 on AJ or Devin Smith,
AJ tweeting in the middle of the game.
but in the end of the day, like you also have to get. There's also Goddard. There's also Saquon. Like, and I feel like those two are they're going to be the ones basically like carrying the Eagles. So yeah, I'm going to go 28-18.
It's fair, man. The Eagles are a really good team. I'm really excited for this game on Sunday to see where the Broncos really are at. They pushed two really good teams with the Chargers and the Titans. The Colts should have won both games with the way they were playing during those games. Did not get the win. I'd like to see them turn things around and beat a team that really they shouldn't beat because the Eagles are a very good team. Super Bowl champions for a reason. Beat the hell out of the Chiefs. Thank you, Eagles. Even if you beat the hell out of the Broncos on Sunday, I'll always have to have a place in my heart for you for beating the Chiefs. And we're not talking about the Super Bowl winning Chiefs again this year. So we'll see. It'll be a fun game. Let's get into the Chargers game. They've got the Commanders.
Yep. Commanders coming in. We're at home this week, so hopefully they're awake for this game because it seems like they're asleep.
Yeah,
well, at least the time difference.
The time difference.
At least they're at home. They're not asleep. It just seemed like they got off to a slow start and they just never woke up from it. But this week, at least they're at home, waking up at a normal time, not so tired, not having to travel across the country, which, I mean, that shouldn't make a difference. You guys are freaking professional athletes. You guys should be ready to play the game no matter what. It's going to be a really tough game. The offense is going to have its struggles again with offensive line being so banged up. But the defense, I feel confident that they'll hold up their own against that Commanders offense, especially who knows if Terry McLaurin's going to play. Like I said already, that Austin Eckler's already out for the season. Sorry to hear that. He's a longtime Charger, so even though he's not on the team, still root for him. But I just don't think that they'll have enough as they're currently constructed to put it on the Chargers on the defense. And I feel like I hope Greg Roman is listening to this and he's going to run the ball because they have something special in that running back and they need to take advantage of it. Running backs only last so long, so you may want to start. You may have wanted to start him off slow, but things didn't play out that way. Najee Harris went down, and you got to do what you got to do. Put all the offense on that kid's back and let him carry it for as long as he can. I think that's going to be the thing that's best for this offense because then it takes pressure off of Justin Herbert, not just Herbert, but the offensive line. You get defenses thinking about, are they going to run? Are they going to pass? If you're dropping back 40 times, obviously you're thinking they're going to pass every time. But if you throw them off and you split it more down the middle, then that's going to be the key to success this week. That is the one key to success is that they run the ball consistently, early and often, and then that keeps the defense on their toes.
Okay.
So my pick is going to be Chargers winning 28. No, not even. It's going to be 24-21. It's going to be really close. It's going to be a defensive game. I was going to say 28, but I don't think any team is going to go. Either of the teams are going to go that high.
Yeah, especially with the offensive line playing the way it is, scoring 28 points.
Yeah,
a tough task.
But I feel 24 is doable with the strong running game. So 24-21 Chargers.
Okay.
It was hard. It's going to be a tough game. It's from here on out.
Okay. Omar's sticking out strong. He's still the only one from the Third and Thirsty podcast to not predict against his team. Respect that. I'm taking the Commanders. Mostly just I'm trying to speak it into existence like I did last week with the Giants. But I feel a lot more confident in this one, obviously, because Commanders are a pretty solid team. I do feel like, again, the Chargers are a better team at the end of the day, even with their offensive line troubles that they're experiencing right now. They've got to keep Justin Herbert up and upright and in the game. Most importantly, um, Von Miller, old friend from the Broncos, he might be out there playing for the Broncos still by trying to beat the Chargers, get a couple of sacks, make an impact on this game. But Jane Daniels coming back, I think he's going to be motivated, man, because before he got hurt, he wasn't playing great. He wants to kind of turn that narrative around and not start having that sophomore slump term thrown around for him too.
Just like it's getting thrown around for Bo Nix.
Well, Bo Nix just put that to sleep with over 300 yards and a couple of touchdowns, and he's going to do it again this week by having another solid game. So we're not talking about Bo Nix right now. We're talking about Jay Daniels.
But we're always shit talking.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels, obviously, really good quarterback. He's coming back this week. Good timing for them because gonna need it. I'm gonna say it's a close game again, just like you are, Omar. But I'm gonna flip the script. Let's say 27-24 Commanders. And the Chargers continue to charger and give up that lead. Choke it up.
That'll be the biggest score they've given up all season.
Continue to choke it up. Edgar?
So obviously I'm gonna end up going to the Commanders.
Let's go.
And honestly, I do think that the Chargers are gonna, I don't want to say struggle, but they're gonna have their hands full. Sure, they don't have Austin Eckler, but they do have that rookie running back. The fuck is his last name?
Rookie running back.
Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt.
RB12.
Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt.
Yeah.
He was actually leading in running the running backs for rookies, because in week 1 he had a really good game, and ever since then he's been he's run the ball pretty good against the Raiders. He didn't really get that much playing time, but like I said, I feel like the Commanders have 3 really good running backs, especially with that rookie. Deebo Samuels is still there. Their defense, especially that front seven, that D line is gonna be able to get to Herbert. So it's so that's why I'm wondering how that if the O line could fix what they did against the Giants, then I can see the Chargers being more in the game. But if Herbert's getting harassed all day, I can see the Commanders also making the Chargers one-dimensional by taking away Hampton. Don't get me wrong, Hampton's a really good running back, bully, he'll run anybody over, but I still think the Commanders' defense, especially their front seven, is pretty good. So, yeah, I feel like Commanders are they're gonna still be able to score because that secondary is not as great, but they're gonna be struggling.
What was your score?
31-24.
Oh, 31.
I don't think the defense gives up that much.
But I hope you're right.
No, I can definitely see it, like I said, but
Well, thank you guys for both going against the Chargers, because that worked for the first 3 weeks. You guys going against the Chargers, that worked for us.
Dude, we're
Getting the
definitely-
win.
well,
we're
trust me,
definitely
it's gonna
controlling
keep.
that.
It's definitely gonna.
30 and Thirsty podcast.
Yeah.
We're the ones controlling the destiny.
Sorry, Charger fans, we control
The
your guys' destiny, so
yeah, the destiny. Of
y'all
the
better be
Chargers.
nice. If not,
Charger fans, apparently you're the only ones watching this. Let us know in the comments that we're wrong, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Let's not forget the Chiefs this week.
oh yeah, we can't forget about.
Definitely forgot the Chiefs.
I mean, we hate them that much, but we can't. We gotta bring them up.
Well,
this month.
maybe that's why they won, is because they were
Well,
like, fuck that, they're thirsty. They
That's
didn't
true.
even remember us.
Controlling destiny. So Chiefs have the Jaguars Monday night. Chiefs getting all these primetime games. God, I'm already sick of them.
I'm sorry to take this off topic, but did you see that fight with Cohen and Salah, the defensive coordinator for the Niners?
Oh yeah, Duval.
What
Yeah.
he was calling him a cheater because supposedly Cohen was stealing signs.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
They
they were
got
just
a little bit.
saying like I'm gonna kill you, saying all this like
Kill you?
yeah,
Say
there's
that for real?
somebody was actually saying like I'll murder you, something like that, like going pretty crazy.
That's illegal.
Here on the Thin and Thirsty podcast, we do not condone any acts of violence.
But
Absolutely.
sure as
not.
hell will laugh at it when we see it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Liam Cohen's a weirdo.
Yeah,
But Robert
Definitely
Saleh is also kind of a weirdo too.
he's
So
crazy. I would not want to get in a fight with him.
I wouldn't want to get in a fight with either one. But yeah, I did see that. Liam Cohen, Jaguars are turning the ball over or getting turnovers against teams like crazy. If they could turn the ball over against the Chiefs and get a couple of big ones, I can see them winning. And I hate the Chiefs, and I just want to see them lose. So I'm going to say the lose this one, 21-17.
The Chiefs' offense looked a lot better last
They
week,
looked a lot better.
but the Jags have been really stingy. They're like you said, they've been taking the ball away a lot. That's literally what's been turning their team around.
Yeah.
So
3-1. They've beaten some pretty good
Yeah,
teams.
I didn't save the name of the Jaguars defender, but they're already saying that he might be an All Pro. Like saying that he's really, I think it's a linebacker, but he's playing really good. I mean, that defense is not bad, and that offense is scoring. So, that he's definitely like got that team going.
yeah. So for me, it's gonna have to be 27-17 Jags. They get a couple more picks, 2 picks on Mahomes. They hold Kelsey down like most teams have been doing this year.
Kelsey is a non-factor. At this point.
And yeah, they take care of business.
Love it.
They take care of business for us.
Is
All three of us could agree on that.
yeah, I'm definitely picking the Jaguars. Are the Jaguars home or they're the way?
It is home.
They're home.
Yeah, Jags are home.
Then, yeah, I'm definitely picking Jags. I'm definitely going 27. I'm gonna go 27-21. I can definitely see the Jaguars actually really pulling this upset. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
See the Chiefs lose. Would love to see it, man. Obviously, hate the Chiefs. They did look a little bit better last week, and would love to have that temper down a little bit.
Now,
losing to the Jaguars would make me feel a lot better.
Now, would you say the Chiefs look better last week, or did the Ravens just this year are not the Ravens?
I still think the Ravens are going to be a pretty good team. Now, I mean, Lamar's going to be out for a while.
So that defense is not good.
No, they have a lot of injuries.
Yeah, their secondary is...
But don't get me wrong. I still think they're good, like to beat bad teams, but they're definitely struggling.
That secondary is having some troubles. They're struggling this year.
And I mean, let's face it, the Chiefs, Mahomes, they own the Ravens. So, yeah, it was a tough game for them going into it in the first place. They have a lot of injuries. Lamar gets hurt. The Chiefs just started rolling. They finally looked like the Chiefs. Hopefully, it was just a one-off. I'm sick of the Chiefs. Don't want to see them do anything this year. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for this episode, huh, boys?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, whoever's still watching, thank you for putting up with the beeping noise that we got going on. We'll try to figure that out next week.
We've been playing with that thing for a while, trying to took the batteries out. I promise we're not just avoiding it.
Yeah.
We took the batteries out. We took the wires out. Omar was doing all kinds of things. He took a baseball bat to it. It didn't work.
Still beeping. What the?
We might just burn this place down next week and record somewhere else. So,
yeah.
So we don't have that beeping in the background. But yeah, thank you for sticking it through. We'll get together again next week. But until then, 128 days until Bo Nix beats the Eagles for the second time and wins his first Super Bowl. Broncos are so freaking back. Cheers.
1 week. Calm down.